What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JustDaNorm. Hey, I'm in the Bandlab Mobile app, and I tried this once before. Still a learning curve to this, and I know Bandlab is probably better if you're on the computer version or maybe even an iPad. I think I tried it before on the iPad, but I'm just trying to see if I can make some type of beat. Now, it does have a lot of samples. It has a lot of good tools that you can use, and you also can use your own sampler and sample your voice or sample any sounds that you come across to use in your project. I was trying to create, this groove, and just not quite sure what I would come up with. So first I started off with trying to record this bass drum part, but it was like it kept quantizing it to 16ths automatically, so I had to go ahead and uncheck that, which you'll see me do later on. But right now I'm just entering in, so if it's kind of like step sequence, so you can use it that way or you can record it in, either way. So it's really nice the way it's set up. But I ran into one problem that I don't remember having before, and that was that I couldn't get back to my tracks, like the whole list of tracks that I was trying to use. I would be stuck on one track for a long time, and I'm like, no matter what maneuvering I did, it seemed like I couldn't get back to where the rest of the tracks were unless I exited out of the software or at least saved it and closed it and came back into it. So, but anyway, I mean, it's just something to play around with, get some ideas. Eventually, I'll probably work on recording a whole song in Bandlab, because I'm all about technology and being able to do things mobile when you're on the run, especially when I'm in a hotel still. I can, get some ideas out and record things if I want to. But this is just a kind of a tutorial, but it's just me exploring. So if you get bored by watching this, I'm sorry. It was just something I wanted to post. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Quantize MIDI recordings. Make sure that's unchecked, because it'll automatically quantize everything to 16th notes. In this particular groove, I actually wanted to be in 16 triplets. All right, so it's a triplet format, kind of like a swing feel or like a shuffle feel. So yeah, I have to save it and figure out, exit out of it. And then after that, I went back into it, and now I can go back into recording the way I really wanted to. But since I already had those parts, I had to go back and delete all of those. Now this can be tedious because I haven't figured out how to zoom in or zoom out. If I could zoom out, it would make it easier for me to highlight all these real quick. But other than that, I have to keep scrolling over and then, hold your finger down and then just scroll across to highlight all of them. And then once I delete them, then I can go ahead and record what I really wanted to record again. Like I said, you can punch these in, not punch them in, but you can click them in too as well. But right now it's set to a certain snap. It's set to straight 16 notes, so it wouldn't quite line up like I really wanted to. But I can adjust that. There is a snap option in there. I can turn that off, and I believe I can set the resolution differently. If you know more about this software, then you let me know in the comments below. I know many people don't even use this, so it's no biggie if you don't use it. I'm on an iPhone, so of course I could use GarageBand, which would be way easier and more efficient to use. It has a lot more options on it, but I think this software is really cool, and I really like the sampler that was in it. Like I said, I just still got to learn it, but I don't play enough with it, so there it is. Yeah, so I'm basically trying to find out if there's any place that I can click on to show me exactly what I'm looking for, because it's like I couldn't find out how to get back to these tracks. And you'll see me like clicking back and forth, like, trying to click on everything. And normally it'll be at the bottom corner. When you click on track view, it'll show you all the tracks. But right now it's only showing one track. Sorry, I had to clear my throat a little bit. Yeah, but I'm not quite sure why I was only showing one track. And then once I exit out and come back into it, then you hear everything perfectly fine. So that's just so weird. So what you want to do is you want to actually go ahead and quantize this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of these so I can quantize them. And I'm putting them at 16 triplet so that way that they have the right resolution that I'm looking for, because it's, like I said, this is kind of a swing feel, right? So it does offer up to 16 triplet. I don't know if it goes higher than that, but for the most of the music that you might do, that might be as much as you really need to go or divide by, or subdivide rather. All right, so we got that. I'm gonna go back and do the snare part. I gotta quantize that. So same process. Like I said, this can be painful to watch or even painful to do, because it's kind of like I'm so used to just being able to click on something, the whole clip, and quantize it, right away, versus having to like highlight every single thing and do it that way. I also have to start being able to copy and paste. Excuse me, I'm a little sleepy, but it's still early in the morning. Well, not quite, but it's a little early. Every now and then the quantization might not work right, so I had to slide one bass drum over that was a little off, and I did have to fix a hi-hat pattern too as well once I add that in. But the hi-hats I haven't added yet, but they are coming next. Yep, just trying to play around with it, figure out exactly. I mean, these hi-hats, they're okay. Sometimes the sound corny, and I'll be like, oh, everything sounds so corny. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, well, it is what it is. So, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool sound, but you can always tweak these, adjust the EQ on here. It does have plenty of EQ and plenty of effects to play with, compression, all that good stuff is on here, so that's good. All right, so I recorded a hi-hat pattern, and I'm going to go ahead and quantize it, but I'm going to skip that part. I don't need to show you all that because you know the process of quantizing now. But after this, I am going to look for a guitar pattern, see if I can find some type of guitar to put on this. And I might build this track even more than this, but for now, I'm just dealing with the guitar. And that's the way it's supposed to look if you're looking right now. This is the way it's supposed to look where I can find all the tracks. But like I said, once you get stuck on one track, it's hard to get back to the other tracks. And I don't know why I didn't have this problem before. So I don't know if it's because I'm on a new iPhone, the 13 now. Maybe so, I don't know. But anyway, some cool guitar sounds in here. It sounds so weird when you're just trying to play it on the keys because it doesn't sound quite, it still sounds like mechanical, but I just went on and clicked two notes and found out something that I wanted to record. So this is the whole process of this, and you can just keep listening if you want to. And I had to probably save and exit out of it again so that way I can make sure I know exactly what's going on. But because like I said, getting stuck on those tracks, once I recorded the guitar part, I couldn't get back to add another track. I was going to add a bass line, but I just said, forget it, let me stop recording for now. Because it's just a taste, and I'll work with it some more. But my primary focus is Cakewalk by Bandlab, but I will do this every now and then. So please expect videos like this. And if this is helpful to you, and you've stayed on thus far, and you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. If you can give it a like, that'll be great. That'll help spread it to more people on YouTube. And if you have any questions, and I'm able to answer them because I am not a professional with this software yet, let me know. Or if you are the professional and you can give me some suggestions on what to do for this particular software, let me know. All right. I'm just gonna let the sounds keep playing, and you all can just listen to it. I'm done with the voiceover. So, hope you all feeling well. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your night. Take care.